Do you know that in the middle of the sea, how a simple fisherman started looting ships worth millions of dollars and began demanding ransom of billions? This is that story where poverty turned people into sea pirates, and then the Indian Navy taught these robbers such a lesson that the whole world watched. Today's story is so exciting that you will not be able to stop listening to it. Friends, today we will talk about the story of Somali pirates, a chapter that proved to be shaking the trade of the whole world. So let us begin this amazing journey. You will be surprised to know that Somalia, on the eastern coast of Africa, has the longest coastline in Africa, about 3,300 kilometers. This country is strategically very important. From here, every year, about 300 trading ships carry goods between Europe and Asia. But how did a country of once prosperous fishermen become a den of sea pirates? Its beginning happened in 1991. In Somalia, a civil war broke out and the government completely collapsed. When there was no government, then law and order also ended. Taking advantage of this chaos, foreign ships started entering the marine territory of Somalia. These ships came to catch fish. But this was not ordinary fishing. This was ruthless exploitation. China, Japan, South Korea, Spain, and many European countries started sending huge trawlers into the waters of Somalia. According to a United Nations report, Somalia has suffered a loss of about $300 million every year since 1991. These foreign ships were also using dangerous techniques like dynamite fishing, which completely destroys marine life. Not only this, some foreign companies were also throwing nuclear and toxic waste on the coast of Somalia. In 2005, it was revealed that uranium, radioactive, and other dangerous materials were being dumped on the Somali coast. In Europe, cleaning this waste cost about $250 per ton, but dumping it in Somalia cost only $2. $5 were spent per ton. Because of this, respiratory diseases and skin diseases started spreading among the local people. For the local fishermen, it became a matter of life and death. Their livelihood was taken away. When foreign trawlers came, they destroyed the fishermen's small boats. They were threatened with water cannons and weapons. A former fisherman who later became a pirate, Asad Abdullahi, said in an interview given to The Guardian in 2008 that they used to destroy our boats, and we had to run to save our lives. From here, the story of sea piracy began. In the 1990s, local fishermen started forming armed groups to protect themselves. Initially, their objective was to protect their maritime area. They called themselves the National Volunteer Coast Guard of Somalia, or Somalia Marines. But gradually, when they saw that capturing illegal fishing ships and demanding ransom immediately brought money, it became a profitable business. Friends, from here begin the three phases of Somali piracy. The first phase was from 1990 to 2005. During this time, attacks were sporadic and unorganized. Most attacks happened in the Gulf of Aden. The second phase started in 2005. Now, the pirates had become more organized. They started working in larger groups. Then came the third and most dangerous phase after 2007. Now, the pirates started using They would capture a fishing vessel or merchant ship, and using it as a base, they carried out attacks hundreds of miles deep in the sea. Their method of operation was very well planned. First, there was an instigator who collected money from investors. In 2009, in a city called Harad here, the world's first piracy stock exchange was opened. Here people bought and sold shares in piracy operations. For a basic operation, the requirements were a scouting ship, a high-speed skiff boat with a ladder, engine, fuel, and food. The weapons were brought by the pirates themselves. AK-47 rifles, heavy weapons like rocket-propelled grenade launchers were bought from Yemen and Mogadishu. The pirates approached the ship from behind or from the side. By spreading terror with RPGs and small arms, they forced the ship to stop. Then they climbed with light ladders and captured the ship. Once control of the ship was achieved, later their objective was not theft or violence, but to take ransom. They talked with the ship owners on radio and telephone. Then came the turn of the negotiator, who was a person sitting on land who had good understanding of English and finance. This person negotiated for ransom of millions of dollars. Friends, now the most shocking thing: how much was the ransom amount? In the beginning, $500,000 to $2 million. But as time passed, the amount kept increasing. In 2010, for a South Korean oil tanker Samho Dream, a ransom of $9.5 million was paid. At that time, it was the largest ransom amount. The process of paying ransom was also strange. Large dollar notes were filled in sacks or kept in waterproof suitcases and dropped into the sea. Dropped from helicopters. Some private security companies were experts in this work. Insurance companies used to pay these ransoms because, under international law, pirates were not considered terrorists. Therefore, paying ransom was not illegal. Between 2005 and 2012, pirates collected $339 million to $413 million in ransom. According to a United Nations report, in 2011 alone, $170 million ransom was received. But where did this money go? This is very interesting. 30% to 75% of the ransom went to pirate financiers, meaning the main investors. The foot soldier pirates fighting at sea received only 1% to 2.5%. That is $1,000 to $5,000 per ship. The rest went to cooks, lawyers, militias, and organizations like Al-Shabaab. This money was invested in arms, drugs, and real estate. In Somalia, the trade of a narcotic plant called cat was a favorite investment sector of pirates. In 2008, piracy took a serious form. A total of 111 attacks occurred, including 42 successful hijackings. In 2009 and 2010, about 400 attacks occurred. In 2010, more than 1,100 hostages were taken. In 2008, a Ukrainian ship was hijacked, for which $35 million was demanded. A U.S. container ship, Maersk Alabama, was attacked by 4 teenage pirates, whose age was 15 to 18 years. In 2008, a Saudi oil tanker Sirius Star was captured 650 kilometers away from Kenya. It was hijacked far away. This ship had millions of barrels of oil, with a staggering value of $170 million. At first, $25 million was demanded, but in the end, the deal was settled at just $3 million. In 2010, an Indian student, Pralov Diani, was on the cargo ship MV Africana when Somali pirates suddenly hijacked it. They remained hostage for about 332 days, nearly 11 months. Later, he said the pirates sometimes behaved in a surprisingly friendly way. One pirate shared that as a government soldier, he received only food. But as a pirate, he got money, supplies, and even 3 wives. 2011 was the peak year of piracy, with 237 attacks, over 1,200 hostages taken, and 35 lives tragically lost. That year, Somali piracy caused a loss of billions of dollars to the global economy. But the tide was about to turn. Before we continue, press the like button and subscribe to the channel to see more incredible stories of naval bravery. Now we will talk about the bravery of the Indian Navy, which made the pirates bite the dust in a historic confrontation. In 2008, the Indian Navy was the first to reach the Gulf of Aden. Soon, navies from over 40 countries joined the mission. 3 major task forces were formed, including Operation Atlanta, to protect international shipping lanes from pirate threats. On January 28, 2011, near Mincoy Island, an Indian Coast Guard aircraft spotted a hijacked Thai fishing trawler, Prantalika. The pirates were targeting a container ship, MV Verdi. The Indian Navy patrol ship, Ins Concasso, was immediately dispatched to intercept under the leadership of Commander Arun Bahuguna. Ins Concasso moved in. The pirates responded with RPGs and heavy AK-47 fire. The intense battle continued for 12 hours. Finally, the Navy's 30mm gun struck the trawler, causing it to catch fire. 35 people jumped into the water, 15 pirates and 20 sailors from Thailand and Myanmar, who were being held as hostages. This successful mission proved the might of the Indian Navy and marked a major victory in the fight against Somali piracy. The largest and most dramatic operation happened in March 2024. In December 2023, the multi-flagged bulk carrier MV Ruin had been hijacked by pirates. This was the first successful hijacking since 2017. 27 Bulgarian, 1 Angolan, and 9 Myanmar sailors were taken hostage. On the 15th of March 2024, when MV Ruin was about to leave the waters of Somalia, the Indian Navy destroyer Ins Calcutta stopped it. This was about 1,300 to 400 nautical miles from the Somali coast and about 2,500 kilometers away from the Indian coast. Under the leadership of Captain Sharad Singh Sunwell, Ins Kolkata sent a drone to check whether there were armed pirates on the ship. The pirates shot down the drone. Ins Kolkata tried to contact them on radio, but the pirates gave a threatening reply that they would harm the 17 hostages. Ins Kolkata fired warning shots. From the 76mm gun, shells were fired at the bow and stern of the ship. Snipers destroyed the GPS antenna and the navigation radar. When the pirates refused to stop the ship, the steering was damaged with 30mm shells. The ship stopped. On the 16th of March, another Indian warship in Subhadra reached there. A Boeing P-8I reconnaissance aircraft monitored from above. An Indian Air Force C-17 aircraft brought Marine commandos from Mumbai. Vice Admiral Sanjay Jai Singh gave a clear order that the pirates must surrender or sink. On the 17th of March, just before sunset, Marine commandos jumped from the air. After 40 hours of pressure, all 35 pirates surrendered. All 17 hostages were rescued without any injury. The pirates were brought to Mumbai and put on trial. Under India's anti-piracy laws, they face severe penalties. Bulgaria's President Rumen Radev thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Indian Navy. CNN noted this operation proves Delhi's forces have developed special forces capabilities equal to the best in the world. After 2011, piracy rapidly declined. In 2012, attacks reduced by 65%. Behind this success lies strategic resolve. There were many reasons for the decline of Somali piracy. First, international naval patrols increased across the Indian Ocean. Second, private security guards were placed on commercial ships. Third, security measures like high-pressure water cannons and barbed wire were installed. Fourth, ship owners became more aware and started traveling at higher speeds to outrun potential threats. In January 2023, the International Maritime Bureau removed the Indian Ocean high-risk area because no Somali pirate attacks had happened for years. But in December 2023, due to Houthi rebel attacks in the Red Sea, naval attention shifted and piracy started again. However, the situation is not as serious as before. The Indian Navy and international forces remain continuously alert. India has deployed at least 12 warships east of the Red Sea to ensure maritime security and counter any resurgence. So friends, this was the full story of Somali pirates. It is a story that tells us how poverty, corruption, and a weak government give birth to crime. It shows how international neglect and exploitation force people to adopt wrong paths. This story also highlights the Indian Navy's courage and professional skill. Maritime piracy is not just a law and order problem. It is a social, economic, and political problem. Until Somalia has a stable government, employment opportunities, and sustainable development, the danger of piracy will not fully end. Today we learned how they became pirates and the nature of their organization. We saw how they collected millions in ransom. The Indian Navy showed the world that when it comes to the security of our people and international trade, we are second to none. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for notifications. Tell us in the comments what you thought of this story and what topic you want to watch next. Thank you.